San Francisco voters have some decisions to make about housing and public safety. I'm Jonathan Bloom, and here's what to know. There are 4 local ballot measures getting a lot of money and attention for the March primary, and 2 of those have to do with the San Francisco Police Department. Proposition B would set minimum staffing for police officers, slowly increasing from the 1,500 they have now to a little over 2,000 within 5 years. It comes from the Board of Supervisors, who say it's badly needed to fight the rise in shoplifting, car break-ins, and open-air drug use. Opponents say the city can't afford the $100 to $300 million this would add to the budget, and if it passes, the Board of Supervisors would have to come back to voters asking them to approve a tax hike. Proposition E comes from the mayor, and it changes some of the rules for police. Supporters say it would remove a lot of the red tape and paperwork that's bogging down the department, letting officers spend more time catching bad guys and less time writing reports. Opponents say it gives the department too much power. The new rules would allow car chases, surveillance cameras, drones, and facial recognition in more situations, potentially with less oversight. Now, Props B and E are not technically competing with each other, but their supporters certainly are. Prop B has support from most of the Board of Supervisors, the local Democratic Party, and several labor unions. It's opposed by the mayor, the local Republican Party, and the police union, the same 3 entities who support Prop E, along with mayoral candidate Daniel Lurie. Opponents to Prop E include the ACLU, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and the local Democratic Party. Now, the mayor is also backing another measure, Prop F. It would require county welfare recipients to take a drug test in order to get their money. Supporters say it's a much-needed tool in the fight to clean up the streets. Instead of being picked up by police and declining treatment over and over again, Prop F would compel people to get help for their substance abuse. But opponents say it could actually make the problem worse. Losing access to welfare could mean more people wind up living on the streets, which could, in turn, lead to them using more drugs. Prop F has support from the mayor, of course, but also the local Democratic and Republican parties and the police officers union. The Chronicle wants you to vote no on Prop F, and so do the Tenants Union and 4 members of the Board of Supervisors. Now, opponents of Prop F say the way they'd solve the drug crisis is to get more people into stable housing. And that's what Prop A is all about. It's a $300 million housing bond measure that requires a 2/3 vote to pass. Supporters say new low-income rental housing would help more than just people living on the streets and in shelters. It would help working families who simply can't afford to live in San Francisco because of the high housing costs. And it would help meet the state mandate to build 46,000 new homes in the city by 2032. Opponents contend money isn't the problem. They say taxpayers have poured billions into the city's housing fund, and so far very little has gotten built. And they worry this could wind up meaning another tax hike for homeowners. Prop A has broad support from the mayor and almost the entire Board of Supervisors, the Democratic Party, and the Chronicle. It's opposed by the police union and the local Republican Party. Of course, in the end, it's up to the voters, and we'll see what they decide when we see you on election night.